Hey guys, wanted to shoot a quick video to kind of go through step by step exactly what you need to do. I'm going to show you or explain to you exactly what I do. You can decide what you want to do because there's lots of more than one way to do this. But the way I do it is very quick, it's very aggressive, and it gets the job done. And so it's just a matter of whether or not you want to do this. Some of you will, many of you won't. But here we go. The first thing you want to do, the very first thing you want to do is you want to go to Webify or any place you can get a list. It doesn't have to be Webify. It could be Leads Gorilla, wherever you have access to a list. If you don't have a list, the Leads Gorilla, you don't have Webify, just go to Google and go to plumbers in Charlotte, North Carolina, and prepare a list and then put together. It takes a little longer. You got to get the emails and all that kind of stuff. But you're going to find the phone number. You're going to find somebody's email. Preferably you want the owner. All right. But in any event, so now you found a list. All right. And the same deal applies when I talked about earlier, cleaning the list, because you want to make sure when you're doing this campaign that, because it's email dependent, you want to make sure that you're putting in good emails. Okay. But that goes without saying. So now, once you've done that, then you open an account with GetResponse if you already don't have one. I believe that GetResponse is free for the first 500 names. Okay. So assume you don't have an account, or you do, either way. Then what you're going to do is GetResponse allows you to put in 15 emails, add 15 names to a list that you created. You can add 49 rather. You can add a maximum of 49 emails per day. Now, what you want to do is once you put that list together, you want to put at least 49 names in there. Then what you want to do is you want to put together a campaign email that explains who you are, what we're looking for, and ends up with a call to action. Is this, if you're interested in selling your business, please give me a call, blah, blah, blah. Or text me, and I'd like to do the text because that way, you can, hey, text me at 770, blah, 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 blah. They text you, all right? And within that email, the most important part of the guts of the email is explaining what we're looking for. We're looking for companies in this particular industry. So when you put together a campaign for, say, HVAC in Charlotte, you pull a list from Webify of just HVAC companies in Charlotte, and the email is focused strictly on HVAC. So that every email is going, as opposed to we're looking for companies in HVAC, plumbing, blah, blah. You could do it that way too. Doesn't make any difference. That's just one way to do it. There's more than one way to do anything. So you can do a combination of it. I tend to do it, industry by industry. All right. And so then you put together an email and you have a call to action. All right. That's really all you have to do. Then, because you have GetResponse, you put those in the manual, you put the email, then you send it tomorrow morning at 7:30 in the morning, your time. Once you send it out, within 20 minutes or so, you're going to see how many people open the email. You can wait 30 minutes, however long you want to wait. Don't wait too long. Give yourself a 30-minute window after you send the email. Then you're able to see who responded to the email based on the subject line. So let's say you got 49 people, and let's say that 15 people opened it right after you send it. Doesn't mean it'll be just 15. What it means is 15 open it up right away. You wait another hour, you're going to be up to 17 or 23 or 25. The point is this: once you start seeing the opens, all right, then what you want to do is, all you have to do is pick up the phone, go back, before you do that, go back to the email, because GetResponse will show you the people that opened it. It'll give you the emails. These people that opened up the email. All you got to do is go back into your regular list, cross-reference those emails. Where you put in all the information, the email, the business owner's name, his telephone number, the name of the company. You pull that record up, you pick up the phone and you call him on the phone and you say, hey, this is Gregory Evans. I'm with Innovative Financial Group. The reason I'm touching base with you, I noticed you opened up one of our emails about selling your business. I was trying to follow up with you to see if you're in fact interested in selling your business at this time. We have business buyers that are very interested in looking at businesses in your area, in your particular industry. Or is that something you may be interested in? Then shut up. That's all you gotta do. And the guy is only going to say yes or no. That's it. Now, let's go back to the 49. So now you sent out 49. You got 15 people responded. all right, opened up the email. Of those 15 people, the majority of those people, you're not going to get them on the phone. Let's just say, for example, you got 15 people, you're going to probably get 4 or 5 of them on the phone. The rest of them, you're going to get a voicemail. It's great to get a voicemail. I love getting voicemails. Here's why. Because the voicemail allows me to leave a commercial. All right. So, all of a sudden says, hey, my name is Gregory Evans. I'm touching base with you. I'm an Innovative Financial Group. I was just following up with you. I noticed you had opened up our email about possibly selling your business. And I was just trying to follow up and see if this is something that might be interesting to you. If this is something that you may be interested in selling your business, because we have buyers that are very interested in looking at companies in your particular industry, you can reach me at 770, blah, 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 or you can text me at blah, 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 and a good time to give you a call back, and I will do that. Boom. That's it. That's it. So out of 15, you got 4 or 5 that did that. So now you got 4 or 5 people that you can get on the phone. The rest of them out of the 15 you didn't. So you got 10 of them you got to leave a message with. And it's beautiful when you leave a commercial for 2 reasons. Number one, when you start leaving a commercial, you'll start hearing yourself, saying what you're supposed to say. Because what'll happen when you first start doing this, the first 5 calls you make are going to be different than the next 5 calls you make, which are going to be different from the next 20 calls you make. Why am I telling you that? Because you're going to get better and better in terms of what you're saying in the beginning. You know what I mean? You may be reading it, but you don't want to read it. You'll get better at saying it. You'll get sharper at saying it. And then you'll get a rhythm at doing. And all of a sudden you got 49 names. You got to go out 15. You can knock those out in less than 30 minutes. And if you do that every day, so out of those 15, you ended up getting 5 of them on the phone. You left voicemails for 5 for the balance of them, the other 10. And later down the road, during the course of a day, people are still opening up the emails, but you need to be looking so you can call them as well. All right. And so now out of 15, you're probably going to get 1 listing, maybe 2. And I mean, shortly, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe within the next week. So now you're rolling. And then you're going to get another one, because when you start, you see what I mean? And then you do the same thing the next day. You do another 49, because you can only do 49 per day. Then you put in another 49. You do the exact same thing. So then you're learning your script. You're getting sharper and better with your script. Not everybody will do that, but let me tell you, that is the best way to do this. It is how you get a listing faster. Or what you could do is you think you can just send emails and you wait for them sitting at the dock of the bay and you waiting for a fish to bite. There's old saying, I want, waiting for my ship to come in. Well, I've got a saying too. I'm going out to meet it. I'm not waiting for it to come in. That's what you should be adopting. Why the hell would you want to wait for the fish to bite when he already bit when he opened the email? All you gotta do is call him. Now that's the fastest way to do it. Now you do whatever you think you want to do. So now you've got a commitment level. It is up to you now how fast you get a listing. I just told you the fastest way to do it. I've already told you exactly the things you need to do prior to doing that. And don't take a lot of time to do this. And I challenge you to do this first thing in the morning. Because let me tell you, after you talk to a couple of business owners and you get a reasonable response, all of a sudden you're going to be bit. Now you're going to say, holy crap, this could actually work. Yeah, it can. So now if you got 1 listing this week, not a sale, the guy just listed his business, or 2 this week, you're looking at a couple of $1,000 right then. That you'll get 10 days after the guy signs the listing. Can't beat that. So it's just up to you how you want to run your business. This is where I drop off and you pick up from here. I just pass the baton over to you in the relay. Now it's on you. I'm doing the same thing. That's why I don't want to spend a lot of time having conversations about meetings and questions and all that kind of good stuff. It doesn't require any of that. What it requires is for you to take action. Without action, forget about it. No more calling me about anything other than, listen, I contacted somebody and this is what he said. What do you think I need to do? That's the first conversation I should get, or for me to review your email that you're sending. Other than that, there is nothing to discuss. All the discussions take place after that. Everything before that is easy to do. What should I do with Webify? Do it yourself. What should I do with GetResponse? Do it yourself. What kind of email should I put together? Do it yourself. You got all the materials and everything, and then you can have me review it. But I'm not going to write it for you. Mind you, I'm not going to write it for you. You need to write it. Don't send me something limp halfway done and expect me to fill in the blanks. Not going to happen, Captain. Not going to happen. All right. You got enough information between the information I've given you to put together a decent email, because the majority of what you need I've already given you, and that's the search criteria. That's it. The vast majority of email is that. So all you have to do is the rest of the email is the beginning in terms of who you are, and the end, what do you need to do? Contact me. That's it. So the email's already done. All right. So go do your job. If you want to make this money, it's not hard to do. So now you know what it takes to get started. Hopefully you'll take this advice to heart and move on this now, not next week, but it's up to you. All right, it's up to you. So you've already seen, and one last point. If you saw the email that I sent you about the cross-referencing of LinkedIn, I was talking to Miles about that today. He said, well, I don't have a LinkedIn account. You don't have to have a LinkedIn account. You want to have a LinkedIn account, anybody can go in and search and see and find out who are the people in a particular corporation. So what I did last night, I found that list in email. I was watching the game, and I came across that guy's name in Webify. All right, and I saw an email that didn't look like it was email. I didn't know who email it was. So what I did is I cross-referenced. I made a copy and paste the name of the company, not the person's name, the name of the company. And I put it in the search bar in LinkedIn, and lo and behold, it gave me who the owner was right there. Boom. So now I know who the owner is. Now I just have to get his email. If we're in the same first connection, I can see his email and his phone number and everything. If he's not, I can't see it. But what I do know is I now know who the owner is. So now what I can do is I can go to the website and I can see if I can find it there. Or I can just put it in Gmail and see if I can get it. There's lots of you put it in a reverse directory, so you can get the email. But the most important thing is to identify who the owner is. All right. The other time when I was searching last night, I was able to cross-reference, and the guy was in my first stage connection because, see, I've got 13,000+ contacts. So I started going up to HVAC and all these different industries many, many years ago. I've been doing it and connecting with them, and because I'm a business broker, connecting with them, and see, they will connect with you too if they know what you do. So they've been connecting with me because at some point they probably want to sell their business, or they want to be with Growth Capital or something of that nature. So they've been connecting with me for years. So when I went to look at this particular one last night, lo and behold, he was first connection. Well, what does that mean? So when I went to the first connection and looked him up, his name was Lucas somebody. And when I looked him up, I could see everything. I could see his name, I could see his email, I could see his phone number, everything was there. Boom. I put that exact information, the cell number, and look, the email was different than one that was in Webify. That's why I did the cross-reference. And so I was talking to Miles about that very thing today. And so now he sees why he probably needs to get the LinkedIn Prospector tool, which none of you or anybody got it on my entire list of 3,000 people. See, I don't need it as much as you do because I'm on LinkedIn and I got a lot of those connections. But if you're on LinkedIn, you don't have any connections, you don't have a way to really get to them other than to get their name. It'll give you all the people, then you have to go search from there, which is you can do without having to pay anything. But if you had a prospect tool and you cross-reference it, then you get his email, you can get everything, and boom, then you put together a campaign and off you go. So it's kind of up to you. See, that's a business decision. Should I get Prospector 2? That's a business decision. Should I not get Prospector 2? That's a business decision. Should I not make phone calls to call these guys and just send emails? That's a business decision. That is completely up to you. I have nothing to do with that. You're running your business, so run it. So if you want to be strictly email based, which is a good way to go, the only problem with that, you don't know when they're going to open an email and you don't know when the fish is going to bite. If you want to run it that way, do it that way. My suggestion to you is 49 companies per day is easy to manage and to follow up on. You're not going to call 49 of them anyway. You're only going to contact the ones that open the email. Those only ones. All right. If you want to go one step further, which you should not do right now because I don't want to confuse you, but if you want to go one step further and you all done it, you got a landing page there. They go to the landing page, they open up the landing page. Now they've already pretty much qualified themselves. No, I'm not going to help you with the landing page. All you got to do is go to Get Response. I created the first landing page I've ever created in Get Response. I sit there and I did it all on my own because, believe it or not, it's not hard. All right. And I'll leave you with this because I don't even want to ask how many people have read the book. Most of you probably have not even read it. A couple of people even told me they haven't read it. I'm saying, well, hell, there's no hope for you. Probably. because you don't even know what a deal finder is. And why is that so important? Because the first thing you need to understand is the difference between what a deal finder is and what a broker is. If you go into the book, you will see there's some legalities. You'll see a section there written by attorneys so that you understand that you are not a broker and you're a finder. And where's the line? So when you're talking to somebody, you need to understand the line you cannot cross. All right? There's a line you can't cross. I'm a broker. You're not a broker. There's certain things you cannot do. Your job is to find and qualify and get out of the way. That's it. Find and qualify and get out of the way. Now, and I saw that was the last thing, but there's one more thing. Within your information, you have the bundle. You got a seller profile, and you have a executive summary, and you have a buyer profile. I've already sent you guys another buy side from Focus Partners, I think it was, I sent today. That is not what we're doing. I just want you to see an example of what a buy side looks like. And the reason I say that, because there's 3 sheets in that bundle. There's the seller profile, there's the executive summary, and there's the buyer profile. So whenever you're dealing with the buy side, which we're not doing in this particular case, we're dealing with the sell side, then you would have the buyers, which is the private equity, like a Focus Partners name, because you're doing a search for them. We're not going to get into that. I want to confuse you with that. And if you go read the manual, you will see that's what the majority of the manual is tied to. We, on the other hand, are doing sell side. You need to go into the manual and look up the section on sell side and dealing with a broker. Dealing with a broker, so you understand. And so you understand not only what a broker, which you'd be doing, which is what we're doing here, but you would also understand what a finder is versus what a broker is. Very important. So please, so now make sure you understand this. So when you're sending in leads, you will be sending the leads into me, because the biggest problem we had in the very beginning, they did not want to deal with people who were not brokers, because they did not want to run the risk of the finder saying something, crossing the line from finder to broker, which he is not, representing himself as such. And then we got a problem. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Look forward to talking to you.